Now let's talk about invertebrates. What is invertebrates? Invertebrates are animals without backbone. Invertebrates make up roughly 97% of all animals on Earth, while vertebrates make up only 3% on Earth. They live on land, water, or both. They are free-living or parasitic, and some are small or large. We have also 8 classifications of invertebrates. First is the sponges, which is called as PORIFERA, Darians or Colenterates, flatworms, roundworms or the nematodes, segmented worms or the annelids, the mollusks, echinoderms, and the arthropods. Each of this group, it has their own characteristics. Let's begin with the sponges. Sponges are also known as porifera. The sponges is the simplest form of animals. They have pores or opening all over the body. They are filter feeders. They feed on the particles in the ocean or in the water, and it passes through their pores. Mostly marine animals that lives attached to rocks, just like in a picture. Second is the characteristics of Nigerians or Colenterates. Mostly found in the ocean. They have stinging structure called the nematocysts or nematocytes. They are also filter feeders. They have 6 to 10 tentacles. So the example of this is the sea anemone. We have also the jellyfish known as, they have stinging tentacles. It has a poison in the edge of these tentacles. And we have the hydras. This one is the hydras. And the last is the coral brain. So these are the examples of Nigerians that can be found mostly in the ocean. Next is the characteristics of the flatworms. Flatworms because they are flat ribbon-like bodies. They feed by sucking juices in their prey. They don't have circulatory or respiratory cavity, but they have digestive cavity. Some flatworms are parasitic and the others also are non-parasitic. The non-parasitic flatworms, this one, the slugs, it looks like a ribbon in the ocean floor. And flatworm can be found in the pond. Okay, this kind of flatworm, we call this one is DARIANS. These are the non-parasitic flatworms, and we have also the parasitic flatworms, the liver fluke, and the tapeworm. This tapeworm is a parasite in the human body and also the animals. Another characteristic is the roundworms or the nematodes. Roundworms, mostly these kind of worms are parasitic in both human and animals, and so with the plants. So the characteristic of it is they have long, smooth, and rounded body. Found in the water, soil, plant, and animals as parasites. They have mouth and anus. They are parasitic worms. Example of it is the Ascaris worm, commonly found in the human body. And this one, the roundworm, commonly found in the animals, dogs and cats. This one is the pinworm. This one is the trichina worm. And the last is the filarial worm. This kind of worm, the filarial worm, it can cause to human a kind of disease called elephantiasis. Another group is the segmented worms or the annelids. The characteristic of the segmented worm is that they have long segmented body. They can be found in land, fresh and salt water. They have digestive circulatory nervous system, but they don't have respiratory system. How do they breathe? They breathe through their skin. So, in that case, they need to keep their skin moist. That's why they love to burrow in the soil. Just like the earthworm and the leech. Next is the characteristic of mollusk or the soft-bodied. They can be found mostly in the water and land, specifically in the garden or in the forest. They have soft body. Their body is very soft and the outer body is protected by a hard shell. And most have shells outside the body and others have shell inside the body, just like the octopus and the squid. They possess tentacles. The example of this mollusk is the slug, the squid, the octopus. Squid and octopus has a shell inside the body. This one, the clams, the snail. Soft inside, hard outside. Next is the characteristic of echinoderms or the spiny-skinned. These echinoderms lives mainly in marine environment. Don't have head end or tail end. They have tube feet for movement, just like the starfish. Bodies is in 5 parts. Some have spikes or some have spikes or spines made of line. Example of that is the sea urchin, swan, starfish, the sand dollar,